So let's talk about the tools. Okay, how ad fraud tools work. Okay, that means ad fraud tools means the tools which prevents ad fraud. Okay, the idea is real time. You're running ads on real time and you want things to work in real time. Okay, if the bots are coming and filling up the form and you are able to detect after 3 days, I think you have lost the battle, right? So the battle can only be won if it can be done as real as possible, as real time as possible. Okay. So there needs to be real time detection and filtering through multi-layer checks. As I said, this is very similar to how antiviruses work. Okay, this whole problem is very similar to how the companies deal with the hacker problem. And I think that's the right method to deal with this particular problem. Okay. So how the ad fraud tools work, okay, in real time. One is behavioral fingerprinting. That means you can check the behavior. Okay, that means if there's a bot coming, the bot might be visiting 10 pages in less than 3 seconds or maybe less than 1 second. Now that's a problem with behavior, right? Why? Because human beings will not visit 10 pages in less than 1 second. Correct? Right? Of course, as I said, this is a cat and mouse game. So, they are creating bots which mimics human behavior as much as possible. It's a game. The game is on. The game is going to go on, and I think it all depends on whether you can stay one step ahead in the game or not. So behavioral fingerprinting, device ID validation, right? That means from the device that those clicks and those bots are coming, but whether the device can be validated. IP and geo intelligence, right? What is the geography by which they are coming, right? You're running ads in US, whether the clicks are actually coming from US, that's a question that needs to be answered, right? So IP and geo intelligence needs to be verified, and also frequency and time pattern recognition. How often this is happening? What is the pattern? So there are pattern recognition technology by which they can recognize the patterns, and if the pattern shows any signs of problems, it generally detects those problems, right? The idea is that only verified traffic reaches your GTM stack. The idea is to prevent at the source so that your GTM stack, your CRM, your data warehouse do not get corrupted by this data. And also at the same time, you save on ad budget as much as possible. I know it's super hard to 100% stop it, but if you take certain steps right, you can prevent it to a large extent. Okay, so this is how it works. So user data fraud scoring engine. So there are engines which are designed to score the fraud. If the score crosses certain number, then it will flag those user data as fraud. Okay, as fraud data. Then also device fingerprinting. It will check out the device, the geo and frequency filters, automated block, and then it will do the automated blocking. Right. So if it follows all the filters and it matches some of the criteria, then basically it is automatically blocked, right? Which will prevent those fake traffic to come into your system, right? So which will encourage clean traffic to come for verified conversion. So that's how the ad fraud tools work. Okay, in principle, okay, there's a fraud scoring engine, device fingerprinting, geo and frequency filters, and automated blocking. These are the 4 major principles under which many of these tools work. Okay, and then there are many other techniques also that is used by companies that we have personally used apart from these tools to prevent this problem. So what does your enterprise grade solution means? Okay, when we're talking about an enterprise grade solution, what do you need? You need accuracy beyond click blocking. Okay, that means just putting a click blocker is not going to help you fully. Okay, you need to have a complete accuracy when it comes to signal verification. So you have to block the click, and also you have to verify all the ones which are coming up into your system. Then there needs to be a double verification within your system whether this is actually accurate or not, whether this is actually real or not. So there needs to be 2 layers of protection at least. There needs to be compatibility with ad network. Okay, so you got to create systems which are compatible with ad networks, and the analytics systems and the product analytics and the web analytics system that are compatible with ad networks and that can work with the ad networks. API to sync and CRM and CDP and transparent reporting for marketing ops and RevOps, right? So the idea is prevent the data, fake data from coming, but still there will be some fake data which will come in. Work on those fake data. Use the compatibility with the ad network. Use the APIs from CRM, CDP, verify it, enrich it. Okay, do double layer of verification, and then create a reporting around that for your marketing ops and RevOps team, right? So that they can manually also identify and detect, right? So by the time the manual detection comes, there's different layers of operations that has already gone in, and a lot of stuff can be automated, and AI can also be used in this process very well. I think there are companies who are working on it. AI can very well be used in this. There are a lot of manual checks that can be replicated using AI. Okay, so I sincerely feel in this particular industry and this problem, AI can help a lot. Okay, especially in terms of detection, blocking, without human interaction as much as possible using AI. Okay, so I think there's a very good use case application of AI. And I sincerely see that there are companies who are, the security companies who are already working on this field. Maybe we'll create more content around that in the coming days. Please comment below on that, and we'll do bring some people to talk about this. Okay, so this is the fraud detection tool feature stack: real-time scoring, device fingerprinting, geo-blocking, frequency control, behavioral biometrics, custom rules, and then after that, put the custom rules, integration API, and then comprehensive reporting dashboards. So after the at the custom rules and integration API and comprehensive reporting dashboard, this is where the humans will come into the picture to solve the problem, right? Okay, so this whole system, this whole fraud detection stack, tool stack, needs to be built if you want to put up an enterprise grade solution.